Alright, hello everybody, welcome to some more LEGO The Lord of the Rings. Today we're going to be continuing on through the story, and this is going to be level 4, the Pass of Caradhras. Again, this is a story, so I'm not going to be focusing on any of the minikits or any of that for now, just focus on getting through the level. Now you can see I actually have 2 achievements for this level, the long way around, and great, where are we going? I'll get to both of those shortly. Got a true adventure of 52,000, but first, let's get to a cutscene.
Frodo. Push. He's fading.
Huh? She's an elf.
I've been looking for you for 2 days.
Where are you taking him?
We must get him to my father. Frodo fear. I offered only here. Tor gwaith ni'n beriadol. I do not fear them.
Majesty.
Now here we are out in Middle Earth. We are actually near, kind of near Weathertop. We're actually in a place called Troll Shores, I believe. But anyways, you can see here we're just running around. We're playing as an elf. She's on a horse. She just rescued Frodo, if you didn't see in the cutscene. But basically, we're gonna make our way over to a river. But on our way, thought we'd grab some studs because we are in need of studs. But anyways, once you're ready, head over to that river right there, and we got another cutscene. So yeah. Now, I will just say this level is actually very cutscene intensive, especially at the beginning here. Well, we're just getting to the level. We've got a bunch of cutscenes we're going to have to go through for this one, but not to worry. Anyways, after that short cutscene, just make our way up this hill, and you can see we've got a bridge here, we've got a beat, and hey, another cutscene.
Where am I?
You are in the house of Elrond.
Gandalf.
Yes, I'm here.
What happened, Gandalf?
I was delayed. There is only one Lord of the Ring. And he does not share power.
Frodo! Frodo! Sam! Melissa, you're awake!
Sam has hardly left your side. By the skills of Lord Elrond, you're beginning to mend.
Welcome to Rivendell, Frodo Baggins.
Now, I don't know if anyone else noticed, but did you guys notice Agent Smith at the end of that cutscene there? Let me know if you did. But anyways, out here in Rivendell, first time being here. Of course, Frodo has just been healed by the elves, which is good because I mean Frodo, he's a main guy. We don't want him dead, obviously. But yeah, for a lot of this kind of early bits of this level, we're just making our way to different locations, just walking basically, following the ghost studs. But along the way, in these moments, it's important you grab studs because, I mean, they're super easy to just grab. I mean, you don't have to go out of your way and get like 100,000 or nothing, but just a nice little 10, 15,000 before getting into the level can really go a long way, and it'll save you like farming for studs later. Yeah. So anyways, we're making our way across this bridge down here, and we are near the promised land where there'll be yet another cutscene, and this one's pretty lengthy. But anyways, just drop down to this kind of meeting area, and hey, as promised, another cutscene.
Strangers
So
from
yeah.
distant lands, friends of old, you've been summoned here to answer the threat of Mordor.
What are we waiting for?
It is a gift. A gift to the foes of Mordor. Why not use this ring?
You cannot wield it. None of us can. The One Ring answers to Sauron alone.
And what would a ranger know of this matter? This is no mere ranger. He is Aragorn, son of Arathorn. You owe him your allegiance. Gondor needs no king.
The ring is altogether evil.
It must be taken deep into Mordor and cast back into the fiery chasm from whence it came.
I will help you bear this burden, Frodo Baggins.
You have my sword. And you have my bow.
And my axe.
If this is indeed the will of the Council, then Gondor will see it done.
Mr. Frodo's not going anywhere without me.
We're coming too!
9 companions. You shall be the Fellowship of the Ring.
Bilbo!
Here's a pretty thing. Mithril. As light as a feather and as hard as dragon scales. My old sword, Sting. The blade glows blue when orcs are close. And it's times like that, my lad, when you have to be extra careful.
The ring bearer is setting out on the quest of Mount Doom.
The Fellowship awaits the ring bearer.
Mordor, Gandalf. Is it left or right?
Left.
And would you look at that? Great. Where are we going? And that's an achievement that you're gonna get no matter what. Also, you did see we unlocked Eowyn there, or Arwen. Arwen. Sorry, the elf who helped us with the horse before. But anyways, yeah, great. Where are we going? It's an achievement you're gonna get automatically. Basically, what you have to do for it, you have to form the Fellowship of the Ring. You have to be playing as all the Fellowship members, and right now we are. And I think this is the only point in the game where you're actually playing as all of them, aside from the next level as well. But you get it here, you'll get it. There's no way you can't get it unless your game just bugs out. But anyways, make your way back down this path. We were actually here before, but anyways, you're at this river and you're like, oh, however will I get across? Well, if you use Legolas, shoot those targets up on the left, and that'll drop some rocks that'll act as like a makeshift little bridge, so you can head across. And once you're on this kind of grassy hill path, just make your way up it. You can see we're smashing stuff, so we get more studs. We're at 150,000 right now, and I believe by the end of this level we actually get over 200,000, which is pretty great. But anyways, you can see we're just making our way up here. And we're actually entering the Pass of Caradhras, this snowy mountain. You can see the blue arrow over there. That's going to mark the beginning of this level. So, yeah, we've got another cutscene and then a bunch
We must take the Pass of Caradhras.
Boromir! Give the ring to Frodo. I cannot.
Alright, and as we load into the level, finally, we're in the level. After 10 minutes, we're finally in the level. Anyways, over on the right, you can see some deep snow, and only guys, or only characters with like the longer legs can walk over them. So characters like Legolas, Aragorn, but our hobbits and Gimli cannot go through the deep snow. So you have to use someone who can go through the deep snow to pick up Gimli and take him across the deep snow. Then use Gimli, smash that that little crack, so you can then crawl through the hatch, then down in this lower area, jump up and slam the crack, which will break, and that'll cause the deep snow to go away up top, so everyone else can cross. And then back up top, use someone tall like Legolas or Aragorn to throw Gimli up at that crack on the top there. Then jump up these handhelds. Now there is actually an achievement for throwing Gimli 30 times. Might make a separate video for that, might not, we'll see. But anyways, up top in that alcove, push that rock down and then you can jump up it. And then, yeah, that'll act as like a little platform that you can jump up to get to this higher spot on the right. Walk over the deep snow as Legolas, making sure to carry Gimli, so you can use him to smash the crack and crawl through the hatch to get down below here. And down there, jump up and slam that crack as you did before, which will get rid of that deep snow top. So yeah, a lot of similar stuff here for now, but yeah, this is a lengthy level. It's like 30 minutes. It's a long one. But anyways, cool. Back through the hatches, Gimli, slam the cracked wall, or just the crack. Sorry, it's on the ground. Drop some parts, build them up into some makeshift steps, and then you can jump up and get to this high spot. Smash yet another crack. So last level, the main guy we were using was Sam. This level, it seems to be Gimli. So I guess it's spicing it up a little bit. Anyways, that'll drop some boulders below. You can use them to get across to this area, where we'll smash some stuff, smash your studs. Now it is 52,000 for True Adventure, and we get it at the end. We only get like, I think 56,000 by the end, so it's pretty difficult. But if you're smashing a lot of stuff along the way, it shouldn't be too hard. But anyways, on the right, use Legolas to shoot these 4 targets, which will get rid of those icicles, so you can shimmy across this lengthy handheld to get over to this spot, where we actually need to find some firewood. So we did this in the last level, anyways, smash up the wooden crates around the area. You could see one was in the back there on the left, another one's in the back right side, and then the last one is over there at the front, you can see. Anyways, smash it up, grab all 3 bits of wood, and then place them into the fire spot. And then, just like we did in the last level, we have to use old Sam, Samwise Gamgee, to light up the fire. Light it up! And that'll actually melt the, sorry about that. That'll melt the ice, so you can build up those parts into some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of old weapon that's actually gonna shoot a rope. Then you can use Legolas to actually walk up that rope. Now, no one else can do this. Only elf characters can do it with their acrobatic abilities. Then once up on this high area, you can grab some studs over here. And you can see I smashed a skeleton there with like a gold cap. That's 1 of 5. That's going to be for a mini kit, but we're not worried about those for now. But then along the back wall there, you can shoot your arrows into these like slots on the wall. Then you can swing across over to here, where you're going to need to shoot that target on the left, not before smashing up some stuff with some extra studs. But when you're ready, shoot the target on the left, and that will drop a rope, so all your other guys can get up. So a lot of teamwork going on here. Obviously, that's what the Fellowship's all about. And it was on the left there, you can see a flag. I think you need to smash 4 or 5 of them for a mini kit. So again, not worried about that for now. But then on the left, pick up Gimli, throw him at the crack up top. And then that'll drop some rocks so you can get up. Then carry Gimli across the deep snow. Then drop him down and swap over to him. Crawl through the little hatch, which will take you up top here, where you need to slam down on that crack, which will drop some heavy rocks down, getting rid of the snow, so everyone else can just run over. Then you actually are going to need Sam, so get Sam out, run over those boulders that flatten the snow, and you can actually build up a little campfire, and then just use Sam's tinderbox to light it up, and that'll of course set a fire, and that'll melt the ice, which will allow us to proceed up this hill. But before that, there's going to be a little animation that's going to go, and it's going to show there's a bunch of rocks falling down, but I mean, you're not really going to die from them, they're not too much trouble. But there you go, you can see we actually smashed one of the flags, and I think we smashed one of the other ones earlier in the level, but I don't know. But on the far side of this path, we're going to need to pick up Gimli. So yeah, this is a pretty long area. We've still got a few minutes in this area, actually. Still, I think, like 3 or 4 minutes left. But this is definitely the biggest chunk of gameplay we've had so far. But I mean, we're more than halfway through the level, which is nice. But anyways, throw Gimli across the gap, smash the crack, which will get rid of all those rocks. Then we're gonna have to carry Gimli across. But we do need to carry Gimli across. However, we actually need Sam this time as well. We need to use him first, but Gimli will come in handy soon. So do get him across the gap. But then switch over to Sam, jump across the gap, so then you can actually carry him across the deep snow. I recommend using Legolas for this, mainly because he actually walks on top of the snow. If you play as some of the other characters like Aragorn or Gandalf, they walk through the snow, so Legolas is just more effective. Anyways, use Sam to dig up some parts, build them into a little crawl hatch, which we'll be able to crawl through to get down below. And down there, we're actually going to need to use Gimli, but this was very annoying because when I switched up to Gimli, who should have just crawled through on his own, would have been nice, but Sam, who was down there before, ended up crawling back through when I switched to Gimli, so I had to wait for him, then crawl through. It was just annoying. Then smash the crack on the right, and that'll get rid of the snow up top, and then Sam, for some reason, runs back over to the left when he should be back at the hatch, and then Gimli crawls back through the hatch on his own when I didn't ask him to, so it's just... Listen, sometimes the AI in this game can be very frustrating, but anyways, use Sam down here, dig up some parts, we'll build them into like a plank or a bridge, whatever, and then you can cross it. Now do be wary, be careful of this snow that's being blasted out from the holes in the back. And once you're on the other side, you can smash some stuff up. Then we're going to head up those stairs there. But you can see on the front here, we come across a blacksmith design. Now I'm going to pass on it. I just grab the blue stud and then skip the blacksmith design. Feel free to pick it up if you want. Personally, I'm not going to pick it up because I'm going to save that for free play, of course. But anyways, up top here, smash the wood in the back, some sort of like wood little thing, I don't know. And then you can pick up 3 bundles of wood, place them in the campfire on the left, and of course light it on fire. So yeah, Sam's still the most useful character in this game, at least so far. But then that'll melt the ice, so you can actually grow a massive plant here, which is going to smash through those rocks. That makes sense. And then it'll grow a nice flower up top. But basically that's going to allow the other guys to jump down, Then we've got to use Legolas, shoot those targets up top, which will drop some parts, build them up into into a crack, which Mr. Gimli can use his big old axe to smash. And hey, that's actually the end of this area. Finally, it was a very lengthy area, it was about 10 minutes. But anyways, walk across this deep snow, and then we got a cutscene, and then we'll be back with another area.
We must get up the mountain! Make for the Gap of Rohan! Gap of Rohan takes us too close to Isengard!
Let us go through the mines of Moria. Let the ring bearer decide.
We will go through the mines.
So be it.
Here we are in a new area, actually outside the mines of Moria, which is certainly exciting. And that's actually where the next level is going to be, if you didn't know. But anyways, next to the water there, the little river, you can smash a little wooden like jetty or something, and that'll drop a wood plank. Pick it up. Then along the back wall there, you'll find this like a crashed little wooden cart. It looks like some sort of mining cart. I mean, we are next to some mines, so it would make sense. But that'll drop another wood plank, and then there's another one on the far left side in the corner. Once you got all three wood planks, we're going to come to the middle of the area, and you can see there's a little dig spot. So use Sam, of course, to dig up some parts, which we'll be able to build up into the campfire spot. Then place the wooden planks into the campfire spot. Then once again, we'll be able to use Sam to light the fire up. That's like what, the fourth fire of this level. Anyways, that'll actually burn the leaves off the wall. But as you can see, there's some missing spots on the wall, so we got to figure that out. So on the right hand side of the area, there is a save statue, which we will use because you know, it's important you save your game, because, you know, a crash could happen and you want to save yourself having to replay the level. Unless you want to replay the level, which in that case, go ahead. Don't save if you don't want to. But anyways, next to that save statue, use Gimli to smash the crack, which will uncover a cruel hatch. Crawl through it to get to this highest spot, where we got to smash the bottom crate so we can jump up the other ones. And then scale that rope, and at the very top of it is a hidden purple stud. Be sure to collect it. It is going to help you significantly get in this true adventure. Without that purple stud, this true adventure is like impossible. I mean, we got like 50, I got like 56, 55,000, something like that. If I didn't get that purple stud, I would have had like 45,000. That would not have been enough. Anyways, you saw what we did there. We built up a lever, which we pushed to move that tree, so we can proceed down there to the left. Slam that crack, and that'll drop a few parts below. Build them up into the first half of that like door there, or the missing parts of half that wall. Then on the left side of the area, we'll be able to use Mr. Legolas to jump up onto that higher spot, and then shoot an arrow into the slot, then swing across the arrow to get to this higher spot here, where we need a high jump up onto this handheld. Then shimmy around the corner, and we'll drop off onto that little ledge there. And once on there, shoot an arrow, into the little slot. Then we can swing across to this area on the right, where we can head down this plank, and then push down this like rock of sorts. It'll break into some parts, build them up, and hey, we got a cutscene, and then a little boss battle.
Melon.
So here we go. This is a little bit scary. This is the final bit of the level. Anyways, we're going to save on the right, and then we got a bit of a boss battle against this giant squid monster. Now, you'll see here a few tentacles are going to slash down at you. And when they do, they'll actually get stuck in the ground. And at that point, you need to smash them where it's like glowing red. You see that little spot on the tentacle? It's glowing red. Smash them there a couple times, and the tentacle will break off and then go back into the water. So we have to do this with 3 tentacles, I believe. So here we go. This is the 3rd one. Slash it up. Then what's gonna happen is wait for it. Oh, okay, no, hang on. We got a 4th one. We got a 4th tentacle we got to do. So 4 tentacles we got to beat up. You can see here we're using Aragorn and Boromir. You're free to play as anyone else, but when you're not playing as them, they will just go off and fight the tentacles on the sides. But anyways, smash up that 4th tentacle. Then the head of the giant squid is gonna come out of the water. I feel like that has more than 8 tentacles, but I don't know. It could be wrong. Anyways, we got to pick up Gimli, throw him at the crack on the tentacle, and you can see that we actually grabbed True Adventurer. Now, you didn't see it ring off, but if you listen closer, you would have heard it. And you'll see here in a second. Switch to Legolas, shoot the eye of the beast, or one of the eyes, and you can see there on the top we have got True Adventurer because it's fully filled up, which is nice. Again, 52k, pretty difficult, but if you get everything, it's not too bad. Anyways, after you've shot that eye, wait a little bit, dodge some of the rocks that it throws at you, then another crack will appear on the tentacle, throw Gimli up at it, then we've got to shoot one last eye, shoot a 2nd eye, and then that's actually going to end the level. We've got one last cutscene and then total, so yeah. And there we go. Look at that. The long way around. Again, that was just for completing the level. But look at that. We got Gandalf the Grey. Got Gimli as well. Legolas. And Boromir. So that's... We now have all members of the Fellowship unlocked, which is nice. A couple of characters as well to purchase later on, which is awesome. As I said, and as you saw, we did get True Adventure towards the end there. And, then, look at that, as I told you, we did cross 200,000, which is nice, so we are well on our way to having a lot of studs by the end of the story, which is what we want. There we go, 2 more Mithril bricks, and look at that, that's actually going to wrap it up for LEGO The Lord of the Rings, level 4, the Pass of Caradhras. Again, this was story, but yeah, that's about all I've got. It was a lengthy one, and I think the next 2 levels as well are going to be pretty lengthy, so yeah, be on the lookout for them in the next few days, but yeah, until the next one, that's going to do it for me, and I'll see you folks later. See you, everybody. Bye.